Okay, this is SciOptic Striplog tutorial on showing how to enter your symbols such as sorting, lithology, Snieder index, and stuff like that. And we're going to go through it really quickly. So we're just going to open our Striplog and I'm just going to continue. Everything should be fine if everything is licensed and purchased, or if you're using a demo. I'm just going to go open. I'm just going to use an example of ours just so we don't have to create a template right now. So here's our example. So you're going to notice you're going to have several tracks on right after you see your gas. You're going to have your tracks on the left side and the right side, as well as your lithology track down the middle. And each track represents a certain group of symbols. So like we're going to work with the big one, the lithology, which is the most popular right here. So just click on the lithology symbol at the top, which is a big L, and right click on that track, and it will give you the full list of different things and what you're seeing in your description, from salt to gypsum. If a lot of things you're not using, you can go right down to the very bottom and you can actually delete some of these things, or you can actually click on delete and we can go and delete, I was like, oh, I made a mistake, let's delete a lot of this. Okay, and it's going to change that to, let's go bentonite, and we can change that to a bentonite symbol just like that. And if you want to add, limestone grain, we could do the same thing. Let's just click and change that. So now we're going to go into oil stains. We'll start from left to right. Oil stains is this symbol right here. So you can click on it and we can go, and we're gonna pick spot this time, and we can actually change our symbols or add a spot symbol. Same thing, you can click and we can go to Q. Like, whoops, this is actually a Q, not a spot. We can change that. Okay, the next column over is going to be your porosity types. Porosity types, and the same idea. We can click and add new porosity types, or we can click on an older symbol we have and change them, whatever we want. Okay, then we're going to skip over and we're going to go to the right side. Here is going to be your roundness. Same idea. Click. And the idea is just going to right click on the track and you'll see your menu. And that right click is pretty much how the software, everything runs on that right click button. And you'll see that in many tutorials. So here will be your roundness. The next column will be your well, moderate, and poor, which will be your sorting. And you can, again, same idea, right click and then left click to insert. Very simple. And then your last is your Snieder index. This is exclusive to our software. We've yet to come across another striplogging software that uses the Snieder index, and this is for porosity and permeability. And a lot of people, more permeability side, because you have your porosity. So if you're doing permeability, a lot of guys find this extremely helpful to add to your striplog. This gives your striplog a little more depth to it, but you have that column to use as you like. And then the last, it will be your description column, which we will talk in different tutorials on how to create and how to add to a dictionary and how to change and adjust whatever shorthand you're using, and how to expand shorthand to longhand. That will be in a different tutorial. Right now we're just going to stick with symbols. And the last we want to talk about is entering data, your normal fault, reverse fault, and core and sidewall core on the left side of the depth column. So here we can enter, sorry, my mouse is acting a little funny. So sorry. So here on your depth, let me just close out of that. Here in your depth column, you're gonna see here you're able to adjust any kind of data you have. So you can enter stuff as, okay, there's a normal fault, and same idea as entering a symbol. Now if there's a reverse fault, same idea, you can click on it and enter the according symbol. Core, you can actually enter your from and to in the actual core, and it will, and what recovered, and it will create that symbol where you need it to create. So here we can just, go, I don't know, 500 to 505 meters or feet, and we recovered, I don't know, let's go 5 meters. So we covered all 5 meters in that section, and you see it shows you that symbol. And lastly on this is your sidewall, and sidewall is a little triangle, and there you're done. And that's very simple, how to enter data into a depth column. And the last thing we're going to do is your DST. Your DST option selected from the right hand of the depth column. So that's going to be on the opposite side of the depth column right here. And so you just click, and you're going to have the opposite, your DST, your casting, your sideline rotating, your wire line, and stuff like that. So like for example, DST will pop up the same menu. So we can do, I don't know, 510, just for example, to 515 meters, and there you go, right here. That's your DST. Very simple. Again, let's say this again, you can't emphasize on the right click. Right click and you get whatever needs to go in there on your left side of the depth, and right click and whatever needs to go on your right side of the depth column. Same thing, symbols, you right click on the right column. So once you start getting familiar, it is extremely fast. Just right click, and you're on your way. Very easy to use. Very few menus to go through. It's not very cumbersome. And other than that, you're good to go. Now we can talk about, since we're in here, we can talk about the slide and rotate as well. Slide and rotate, exact same thing. So, say we're going to change it up, 515, just to keep it continuous, so we can sort it all on one screen. 520, there you go. So now you have your slide rotate option. And again, you enter your start and end depths. Very, very simple. And other than that, if you're a little more old school and you really want to enter your stuff the old-fashioned way, you can go into the top and look at your symbols, and you can find the according symbols in Lithology, accessories, string and textures, oil stains, rounding, and everything will be here. But I personally like the right click. It's quick and fast. Just thank you for watching this tutorial, and have a good day.